Play different.
Greetings, fellow Mac addicts. In this video, I decided I needed a vacation from hardcore gaming, so I'm having a break with Tea Break for the Apple Bandai Pippin. This is a digital version of Peg Solitaire, that puzzle game where you remove pegs from a board by hopping them over each other with the aim to only have a single one left. But this is a surprisingly good adaptation that is head and shoulders above any of the many shareware and freeware versions I've encountered. For one, it looks fantastic. I love the natural, atmospheric environments each board is set in. It feels as if you would just stumble upon these boards while just out exploring. It's let down by the lack of audio ambience, but perhaps you're supposed to put on your own music CD. I also love the minimalist interface, which again gives it all a very natural feel. My favourite board, at least by aesthetics, is the one played with stones in the sand. The game, which is primarily controlled with the trackball, includes 6 variations of Peg Solitaire. There is England, which is the most well-known variation of the game, and we also have French, which is very similar to England, but with 4 extra pegs in extremely annoying locations. Then there are 3 American boards. These are chain boards, in that if you jump over a peg and there is one or more valid moves from where you land, the game will automatically play them until none remain, while leaving a peg behind each location it hops from. Then there is American Double, which uses 2 colours, and American Triple, which uses 3 colours, each complicating the chaining rules more than the last. I'll be perfectly honest with you here, I couldn't quite figure out the rules for American Double or Triple, and my manual is of course in Japanese. Finally, there is the most unique variation known as Galapagos. Instead of Peg Solitaire, this is Egg Solitaire. No, seriously, all the pieces are eggs. What's in the eggs? Lizards, of course. Sometimes they'll pop out of an egg, wander vertically or horizontally until they hit a dead end, and magically turn back into an egg. This can either be helpful or extremely annoying. A crack forms in eggs when you move them, and if you manage to do so 3 times, the egg will hatch and the lizard will wander in the direction the crack was facing. I actually really enjoyed this variation, as silly and random as it is. So, would I recommend this game? This is another yes and no. It's one of the more common Pippin games out there, possibly because it was one of the cheaper titles at release. The game itself is also all in English, and I really do think it's a beautiful game, and it's one that sucked me in for a while. On the downside, it's not hybrid for the Mac, though a Windows and Mac version was released much later in 2008. Also, there was a version released on PlayStation, known as Simple 1500, the Solitaire. This version adds music which I would describe as chill beats to peg to, but had quite a visual downgrade, as if everything was crunched down for a lower resolution. It also replaces American Double and American Triple with 2 two-player games, one called Bronx and one called Bermuda. Personally, I prefer the extra American modes, even if I don't fully understand the rules yet, as I don't see myself playing this game with anyone else. It's called Solitaire for a reason after all. So overall, if you enjoy a good pegging, I do recommend picking this game up in some form, whether it's the original Pippin version, the PS1 version, or the Windows or Mac versions based on the Pippin release, which are still available for purchase. This is definitely worth checking out if it sounds interesting to you. Thank you for watching.